Good morning, children. Welcome back. Last week we have finished with our civics lesson number 1. Now, today we are going to come back to our history lesson, that is, lesson number 3, religious synthesis. Let's see what is there in the lesson and which all topics we are going to cover in this lesson. What is religious synthesis? It exhibits the blending of two or more religious beliefs systems into a new system, or the incorporations into a religious traditions or beliefs from unrelated traditions. Religious means what? We know that in India we are having different religions and still we are united, though we are diversified with the religions, but still we are belonging to the feeling of oneness, togetherness. So in this chapter we are going to see that how the religious equality was maintained in the society, what all efforts were taken by the different saints of India, how they brought awareness among the people regarding the religious belief. A new system, a tradition of equality was maintained in the society by different saints. Now we all know that we live in India, and in Indian society we can see there are varieties of languages and religions are there. So what is the characteristic? Important characteristics of Indian society is that though we are diversified, still we are united. This feeling of unity is there in every citizen of our country, that is, Indian citizen. Considering this feature, our Indian constitution has adopted the principle of secularism, that is, there is no discrimination based on caste or religion. You are free to follow any caste or you are free to follow any religion as per your choice. There is no burden or any ban by the government. So, the same attempt was made in medieval India too. People wanted that everyone should be united, everyone should be treated equally. How it is in present, that same thing was not there in the past during the time of medieval India. So, different saints had put their efforts to bring equality in the society and bring this religious equality and create importance of equality in the society by their work. Among these efforts, the Bhakti movement, Sikhism, and the Sufi sect have played a significant role to bring equality in the society. Different streams of thought arose in different parts of India, and they emphasized on religious harmony, equality. Different saints have taught people about the way to devote God. The way of worshipping to God is equal in all the religions. God is one. We cannot diversify God. Bifurcation of God cannot be done on base of different religions. The way to devote God is equally. So, these all concepts were taught by the saints of India to make aware about the equality and the unity in the society. They adapted this method of devoting God in one way. Initially, rituals and Brahmanyan were greatly emphasized in the Indian religious life. Now, what are rituals? They are the traditional ceremonies that have been followed by your ancestors, by your forefathers, and it is passed on from them to their grandparents, to the grandparents, and then to the parents, moving on from one generation to another generation. It is followed in the same typical manner what has been taught to us. So that is why we can say that our Indian culture is one of the best cultures in the world. Now, what is Brahmadyan? That is a deep knowledge about a particular subject. So, these concepts were given importance in the religious life, in the Indian religious life. And in the same way, in the medieval period, the way to make people understand the importance of religious equality was the only way to select Bhakti Marg, that is a path of devotion. Devotion, worshipping the God cannot be separately followed in the religion. Ultimately, we all worship to God and we see that God is one. It cannot be differentiated on the basis of religions. So Bhakti Marg did not give undue importance to hierarchies. Hierarchies means what? A system in which members of an organization or society are ranked according to their relative status or authority. So they were the people belonging to the concept, the people who had taught this concept, the saints, did not believe in hierarchies. They did not judge the person on the basis of caste or class system. So that was completely wrong. We, if you remember, in 6th standard you all have studied about this, the class system and the caste system that was being followed. Like Brahmins were there, Kshatriyas were there, that is the rulers, then Vaishyas were there, that is the business class, and the fourth one was your Shudras. So they were based on these class systems. So that was completely wrong. So the saints were completely opposing this inequality in the society, and to make people aware about equality was the only way to select Bhakti Marg, that is the path of devotion. Now, in different regions of India, there were different forms of path of devotion. According to the regions, people selected that how they are going to imbibe in people the knowledge about devotion to God, about religious equality. Belonging to this particular concept, they thought that the only way to teach them was through their regional languages, to make them understand the importance of equality, and the devotion to God was the only way to select regional languages and to make them understand it. They did not selected Sanskrit language. Why? Because it is one of the difficult language to understand, and people may not find comfortable to understand the concepts. So regional languages started developing in the regions belonging to the saints where they were visiting. So this had given importance of religious equality as well as the path of devotion. Today we are going to see the information related to these different saints, that is Nainar and Alavas, Ramanuj, Sant Ramanand, Sant Kabir, Narsi Mehta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sant Mirabai, Sri Bhasaveshwar. One by one we are going to see that how they had used their knowledge to bring equality in the society. Beginning with the first topic, that is Bhakti movement. It was believed that the Bhakti movement originated in South India, and the Nainar and the Alavar Bhakti movements emerged in this region. That is, these two things were there, that is, these two communities were there that developed in the region of South. The Nainars were devotees of Shiva, while the Alavars were devotees of Vishnu. We know that two gods, that is Shiva and Vishnu. So both the communities had selected one god, and accordingly they were worshipping. There were also attempts to consider Shiva and Vishnu as one and the same and bring them together. That is, attempts were made by people to see when we speak about that God is one, so ultimately the way of worshipping also becomes one. So what the people of these communities thought, that why not bring the idols of Lord Shiva and Vishnu together and worship. Now we know that people started believing that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are one, and the idols were prepared in the same way during that period. So these idols were called as Harihar, which depict the half Vishnu and half Shiva, and that was given importance. Such idols were given importance during that period. So people belonging to all social strata. Social strata means what? Belonging to all the categories, though it may be related to your education or your gender, occupation, can means on these basis no differences was made. A person can be a literate, illiterate, all were treated equally in the society. They preached values like love of God, humanity, that is your human behavior, compassion, that is concern for others, pity. Mercy means pity. So these all were the values that were taught to the people to bring awareness about religious equality in the society. Ramanuj and other acharyas, that is the followers, they taught people through the bhakti movement in South India that all the religions are equal. When God doesn't make any difference, then why people should make differences on the basis of religion or caste? So God does not discriminate. So even human beings are not having right to discriminate people on the basis of caste, class, or any other quality. So everyone is equal in the eyes of God. Sant Ramanuj, by his teachings, did not awaken the people in South but also in North India. Sant Ramanand strengthened the Bhakti movement in North India. Next well-known Sant in the Bhakti movement was Sant Kabir. He is well known for his writing dohas that was written in Hindi or Sanskrit language. He even did not attach any importance to the places of pilgrimage, that is your holy places, vratas, or fasting it can be called as, or idol worship, that is worshipping the statues. He was against all these concepts. What was his feeling was that if you want to really devote or worship God, the only way is through bottom of your heart. You did not show off the things. See, when you do prayer in the morning assembly, I'm asking you to close your eyes and join your hands. That is the thing why it is asked, so that whatever for 1 or 2 minutes you are worshipping the God, it should be from your heart rather than just closing the eyes and looking from the eyes. So that is a wrong thing. It should not be done. It should be from willingly from your heart. And what did Sant Kabir do? He was believing that truth was God. Even he did not believe any inequality in the society. He was against this inequality. He wanted that there should not be any differences based on caste, class, or religion. Even he had tried to bring Hindu and Muslim unity in the society. Rather than keeping differences based on them, there was the only concept of equality taught by him in the society. He was even in opposing of orthodox feelings among the people. That is, he wanted that all should be united and all should worship and devote God in one way rather than following different concepts. So the ultimate aim of his life was to bring unity in the society. In Bengal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu underlined the importance of Krishna Bhakti. That is, he had laid emphasis on Bhakti of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Due to his teaching, people joined the Bhakti movement in transcending the boundaries of caste and creed. That is, people did not believe in any of the caste system, any religion, and they left behind these boundaries and joined in this Krishna Bhakti along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Under his influence, Shankara Deva spread the Bhakti movement in Assam. That is, he was his follower, and by his teaching, he started Bhakti movement in Assam. Next is Narsi Mehta. He was one of a renowned Vaishnava sant in Gujarat. He was an ardent devotee of Krishna. Now, what is ardent? That is, he was very enthusiastic. He was passionate of the bhakti of Lord Krishna. And what message he had given to the society? Even he had spread the message of equality in the society. Even he is known as the first poet of the Gujarati language. That is, whatever poems he had composed, that was in the regional language to make people understand the importance of bhakti of Lord Krishna as well as to bring equality in the society. We can see in the image how Narsi Mehta is devoting Lord Krishna and singing these poems in his dreams. He is thinking about Krishna, Lord Krishna. We can see in the image. Next well-known sant of India, a female sant, is Sant Mirabai. She was a devotee of Lord Krishna. Right from her childhood, she was worshipping, she was devoting Lord Krishna and laid her life in devotion of Lord Krishna only. She belonged to the royal family of Mewar, but still she left all the pleasures of the life and started the devotion. She renounced all the pleasures of royal family and immersed herself in devotion to Krishna. She composed devotional verses in Rajasthani and Gujarati, that is, in the regional languages, to make people understand the importance of Krishna Bhakti. Her devotional verses give the message of devotion to Lord Krishna, tolerance, that is, ability to tolerate the things. You should have control on your anger, on your negativity, so you can spread positivity, and humanity, that is equality of believing humans, that is equality should be there in the society. Ultimately, when we see that all the saints up till now have shown the same quality, that is to bring equality in the society in during the medieval India, during the medieval period. So that was the only thing, and the way to bring equality in the society was through devotion of God. Sant Sena was an influential sant, that is, he was an efficient writer, a poet. Sant Rohidas was a great sant, and in his message of his writing of poems, he brought equality and humanity, teaching the people the qualities of life, that is, equality should be there in the society and positive human behavior should be there. Surdas, a great poet of Hindi literature, composed the poetical work Sur Sagar, very famous. Then, in his writing, he had emphasized the importance of devotion to Krishna, that is, Krishna Bhakti. The verses on Krishna Bhakti composed by the Muslim Sant Khan are melodious. When we have learnt about Sant Kabir, in that we have seen that how Sant Kabir had tried to bring equality in the society, bringing Hindu and Muslim unity. So even Muslim sons had written information about the lords, about the gods of Hindus. So equality was there in the society. Then next is Sant Tulsidas, and he had written a beautiful composition or devoting to Lord Rama, that is Ramcharitramanas. We have seen now different saints that were famous for their poetic writings. You can see Sant Tulsidas, Sant Rohidas, Sant Surdas, and Sant Sena, who were giving importance to equality and humanity in the society through their teachings of Lord Krishna. Next, we can see the image of Sant Khan, who is even devoting Lord Krishna. So children, in the today's video, we have seen that how different saints of India had brought religious equality in the society. Through their message, they had taught even the devotion of gods, tolerance and humanity. Even they sent a message to us that everyone is treated equally in front of God. No discrimination is there in front of God. So, we the human beings are not having any right to make any differentiation based on caste, class or religion. I hope you have understood the concept of different saints. We'll be meeting in the next video soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day.